So good morning to you all. You are most welcome to today's lesson. Today is the 23rd of June, 2021. And I am Ayub Golooba, your teacher today. Today we want to start a completely new topic where we want to explore together. I hope to introduce it and then we work through how to learn the topic. You'll not get most of the information from me today. We shall generate the information together. I have set up a course online in your school platform where you can find the additional information. So today I want to walk with you through the course together. We do some of the activities as I learn about your experiences, the nice things you're experiencing and the challenges you're having along the way. I would like to start us off with the poll, which I said I have not tested before. I've set up a question and I would like for you to answer the question. I have made it anonymous, meaning that I cannot know who answered what initially. Someone seems to have logged me off. Okay, log back in. Oh. My logging session is inactive because someone has logged in. Okay, I think Mr. Namdala has logged in from another computer. Mr. Namdala, could you check? I was doing a poll, and when you logged in, it said
Actually, like you had not removed the waiting room. That's why I had entered to unlock it.
Okay.
Okay, but let me log in.
Now, the poll is gone. Let me see what happens. Okay, is it back on? If it's not, I'll try to put it back on. Oh. Okay, the poll is no longer active. Let me try again. You never know. Ooh, no longer active. What's up? Okay. It means it cannot work now. I didn't know that when someone else logged in the same account, it kills the poll. It has killed it. No problem. Okay, so today, that means we can't do that exercise. Let's go on to the topic that I wanted us to share about today. I am going to launch the topic that I would like us to share. Okay. But what was the poll about? The poll was about me finding out how you are. So maybe we can have a quick run. How are everyone okay? So pitching, let's use 5 minutes to get to learn how you are before I proceed with the lesson. Are you there? Or have I muted you?
No. We are there.
Okay, how are you doing? I want to hear
from
you.
Good. We are good. We are okay. Yes.
Okay. So no issues. So today, we are going to start a new topic. And the topic is chapter 5, the earth and its movement. This is how I propose to do the topic. I propose that we use the live meeting to support you. I show you the resources, we run through the resources together, then we see how it runs with you. That's how I propose to do it. So I want to be deliberately slow. If you find that I am too fast, kindly stop me immediately. Say, no, teacher, you are too fast. Because we have not taught this way before, where the students have the resources and then you are only guiding them through the resources. I am going to the e-learning platform for your school. I hope many of you know how to go there. If you do not know, you go to e-learning.nabisonsagirls.ac. Do we have students who are not from Nabisonsa here today?
Yes, teacher.
How many?
Yes.
Yes, teacher. They are there.
How should I proceed? Okay. Okay. Let me do this. Let me first stop sharing, then I communicate with you. Now, let me open up the course quickly for us to pay attention. I'm going to move slowly. So you are going to go to nabisonsagirls.ac.ug. You will enter. When you enter, I'm going to sign out so that it can be clear to all of you. So when you go to nabisonsagirls.ac.ug, this is what you Now, you are going to go to Geography Senior 1. How do you go there? You'll click this arrow there until you find S1 Geography, and it is here. So you'll click S1 Geography. It will say you are not allowed to sign in. I'm going to open it so that those people who are guests can be able to enter for today. So you'll click Senior 1. When you click it, or you say next, continue. If you are not a member, or if you're a member, then you put your username and your password. If you already signed in, because some of you already know how to sign in, just look for the course, Senior 1. So you go for the course, Senior 1. Then you go to Chapter 5. Chapter 5, the Earth and its movement. You click Chapter 5, the Earth and its movement. Having clicked it, there are two resources. There is the Earth and its movement with the word AP here. That is where the materials are. Then down here, there is discussion forum. This is where you're going to be answering the questions from. I'll be giving you questions and then you answer them slowly. Take your time, don't rush. Today's lesson is about you learning how to learn and about you reading the materials, conceptualizing them, and then we come back and discuss. So it's going to be like that, back and forth. So if I click the Earth, and let me start with clicking the forum. I'm going to click the forum. When you click the forum, you'll be able to respond. Now you see here, there is a thing, subscribe, this one. For yours, it may be on this side, on the opposite side. So you push it to the next side where you say subscribe, and then you can be able to respond and answer questions. So you can pick a particular topic, for example, solar system. That will be the first one. You'll click it. When you click solar system, it will give you what people have answered, and then you can click here, respond or reply. So you'll click reply. I'm seeing in the chat room comments, so let me read them. Hi, my fellow classmates of West. Hi, Geraldine. Okay, guys. Please use the chat room to communicate things related to this to the lesson. Because when I see the chat room beeping, I stop to read what is there. And when I get there, I might just find you saying, hello, hello. Well, then you are distracting. So use the chat room to communicate information that is related to this program. probably have a question, you are seeking clarification, things like those, not high. Yeah, that one will help me not to spend a lot of time, because when it beeps, I stop a bit and read so that we see. Okay, teacher, I can't log in, that's fine. I'll address that one later. I see Rita Chemtai has a hand up. Rita, what was the issue? Okay, so that's how we'll do it. Now, I'm going to click back. This is how we navigate. Having gone to answer, then I go back up here. You see, there is a navigation, solar system, etc. I go to Earth movements. I click this one. Okay, when I click that one, and then I go to solar system, the Earth and the solar system. Now, when you log in, you are going to see this material. You'll be able to navigate. There is a button right this side, which goes forward, and a button here, which goes back. Don't log in yet. Let me first explain. First, see what I'm doing, then you'll be able to do what you want to do. Okay, and then there is a menu this side. Now, you can also use this area here, which has 4 arrows pointing in different directions to maximize. I'm clicking this one. Boom. I have maximized. It is now bigger. This is the menu that helps me to navigate. I can go here, it will open. I can go to this one, it will open. I can go to this one, it will open. I can go to the first one, it will open. That is one way. The second way is using these arrows. So after doing one chapter, I go to next. It is also replicated at the bottom, so I can go to the next page like that. What I would like for you to do, we are going to watch the very first video. We will watch the first one, which is at the surface. It is 2 minutes only. But before we do that, I would like us to go through what you are expected to learn out of this particular chapter. What are we expected to learn out of this particular chapter? Don't log in yet. We shall log in when I say it's time to log in. I was taking you through the process. And like I said, I am going to open up the system to enable you to access it fully. And we shall discuss the details later. So what are we expected to learn out of this chapter? I am going to open up I'm going to allow you to speak. I would like to request one of you, the volunteer, to read for us what we are expected to learn from this chapter. I see hands up. There is Maizun Najinda. Maizun, could you please read for us? Oh, did I click the wrong part?
Yes, teacher. By the end of this chapter,
Yep.
by the end of this, pardon.
We are able to hear you.
Okay. By the end of this chapter, you should be able to understand the relationship between the Earth and the Sun, and how this affects temperatures and seasons. Draw diagrams to show the relationship between the Earth and the sun's rays and the causes of temperature variations, and use this to show why the Earth can be divided into tropical temperature and polar regions. Understand how the Earth's rotation causes day and night. Calculate time using longitude. Appreciate how the movement of the Earth in relation to the sun the way people live, the effect of temperatures, and lengths of day and night.
Okay, length of day and night. I've experienced a problem with my camera, but I hope it comes back. So I'm trying to push it back so that I can be visible, but it is giving me a headache. Can you imagine a lesson without seeing the teacher? Okay, so thank you very much for reading through. Understand the relationship between the earth and the sun. So what is the relationship? How do they relate? The earth and the sun. You remember this was a huge battle at some point in human history where people were saying the earth is the center of the world. And then other people were saying remote control of the screen. Let me first wait so that you don't control yet. So people were saying, the earth was the center of the earth. Others were saying that it is the sun that is the center of the universe. So which one is which? How do they relate? Would like by the end of this lesson at least to have a good idea of that relationship. How does the earth, how does the sun affect temperature and season? Would like to handle that today as well. Okay, camera is jamming. Just a moment. Yeah, maybe I can use this particular one.
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes, please.
Is there a difference between the earth and the what? And the world?
Is there a difference between the earth and what?
And the world.
Is there a difference between the earth and the world?
Yes.
The earth is just one of the things in the world. Geographers normally use it. So it is usually the universe.
Okay.
Most of the time, know the earth. But geographers have the earth and the universe, which is the earth, and we also have what we call a solar system. Okay.
Okay.
Then I see
Yes.
Marilyn, your hand is up. Marilyn.
Teacher, I thought geographers are the ones that study what is on Earth, then astronauts are the ones who study what is in space.
What is in space?
Yeah, or what is in the solar system.
No, the geographer studies everything, except that he doesn't go into the details of each. They are specialized fields. Let me give you an example. A geographer studies rocks, but there is a profession that goes deeper into rocks, and it is called geology. Geographers study climate, and there are people who go into the details of climate to forecast. They are called meteorologists. You get it? So you have the astronauts, you have people of different, who go deeper into what the geographers study. Geography being the best subject on planet Earth, it brings together knowledge from so many different fields.
So it's the best subject.
Yes,
No.
geography is the very best subject.
According to me, it was biology, but anyway.
You thought it was biology?
Yeah.
No,
without the nurses, where would we all be at this time?
Literature is the best subject, literature and English, not geography. Geography
biology,
is more
chemistry, and math. Biology, chemistry, and math.
No, it's literature.
Okay.
It's biology.
It seems like everyone has a favorite subject. So,
Yes.
so now that we have favorite subjects, and we might never win this discussion, let us first go to the Earth and its place in the universe, in the solar system.
Okay.
So I want to go through the outcomes again so that we are very clear on what we expect to acquire. Because if we are clear, then we can explore more fully. The second thing, we would like to know how the sun affects temperature and seasons. What is the relationship between between the sun and the seasons on planet Earth? If I were to write questions, you know that question would be one that I could ask. Secondly, we would like to draw diagrams that show the relationship between the Earth and the sun's rays. How do they interact? How do the sun's rays interact with the Earth? How do they cause variations in temperature? Some of you have heard of places like the poles being cold, the equatorial areas being warm. Many people were saying, oh, COVID is not going to hit Uganda because Uganda is hot. And some people were saying, oh, it is going to be a different season in Europe, so there will be no COVID at this time. So how do the sun's rays influence the temperature and the seasons on Earth, and how are they related? And you should be able to draw diagrams to show that relationship. Then you need to understand how the Earth's rotation causes day and night. Why do we have day? Why do we have night? How does the rotation of the Earth bring that about? We want to explore those things by the end of this chapter. You should be able to explain clearly. Don't simply say rotation. No, clearly. How does it lead to day and night? I see the chat room is beeping with the information. So maybe there are specific questions there. The Earth and its movement. Morning, just joined. Okay, thank you. Thanks. Okay, we are doing chapter 5, and for some of you have not done this chapter before. Then, to understand how the Earth's rotation influences their night, we've done that, and calculate time using longitude. How can you calculate time? When I give you longitude 30, what is the time? How do we calculate that? Hopefully, we shall guide you to reach the answer without just telling you what it is. And finally, to appreciate how the movement of the Earth in relation to the sun affects the way people live. Does the movement of the sun affect how people live? So we want to explore that one by the end of this particular unit. We are not going to do all this today. We have some 3 sessions for us to explore this one. I have, like I've told you, put up the resources that we are going to use to explore this. At this time, I'm going to check the chat room if there are specific questions. If they are not, let me hear from you. If you have a particular question by voice, then I'll be able to handle this. Is there a specific question that I need to pay attention to before I attend to those people who are not able to log in? I see a hand raised. Let me check who has raised the hand. One hand by Babirie. Babirie, go ahead. Babirie?
Teacher.
Babirie, I'm able to hear you.
Good morning, teacher.
Good morning, Babirie.
Teacher, I wanted to ask that what's the difference between the Earth's rotation and motion?
What is the difference between the Earth's rotation and the
Teacher, I wanted to ask the difference between the Earth's rotation and the Earth's revolution.
What is the difference between the Earth's rotation and the Earth's revolution? Great question, Babiye. It's a question that I have written, which must be answered during the course. So I don't want to preempt the discussion.
And the revolution.
I'm going to let the course that we prepared give you the answer. But it's a great question. It's one of the things that we're going to learn. Thank you very much for the question. I'm not answering it because it is going to come as one of the things that you do. The rotation, okay, someone is attempting to answer it, but it will come in the middle. Let's look at it. Okay, so those of you who've been able to log in, a different question. Okay, go ahead.
Teacher, you said that would be able to draw the rotation of the Earth. How do you draw it? Like, how do you draw the sun rays on the Earth and how it affects the rotation?
That's another one, a good one. How do you draw diagrams to show the rotation of the Earth? Good question. That one we shall also learn. It's one of the things that we shall learn. I'm going to mute. Okay. Okay, let's go to the course and we watch first and foremost the very first video, this video on top, and after that one, we watch the next one. So we are going to watch, let me first minimize. I go to the platform, watch this video, and then go and watch the next one. Read the instructions. Let me read for you the instructions on the next screen. You are going to watch this video. Having watched it, you click here where there's a discussion forum, and then we begin to answer the questions. So what is the shape of the Earth? I would like for you to answer that one. What is the solar system? I need you to answer that one. What constitutes the solar system? What is in the solar system? Why is the Earth unique to the solar system? And what is the role of the sun in the solar system? Those are the questions that we are going to discuss today. I'm going to turn off my camera. I'm going to log in and give you the link. Now, those of you who are unable to find where to click to log in for the course, I'm posting the link directly in the chat room. So I'm posting the link right now. You can just click that link, then use your username and password to log in. Those who are not registered, give me 3 minutes. I go in, I change the settings to allow you to log in. So the link is there in the chat room. I want to be sure that I've sent to everyone. No, I sent to only Elizabeth. Let me send to everyone in the meeting. I've sent again. It says meeting to everyone. Teacher, I can't see the link. I'm sending it again. Please check. Has everyone got it? I think so.
Yes.
Great. So for those who are not able to log in, give me 3 minutes. You'll be able to log in 3 minutes when I've done. I've changed the setting. Let me turn off my video and the sharing so that you go through on your own at this time. So go for video 1, which is at the surface. Read the outcome, the learning outcomes for now, and then we move back. Okay. Marilyn, your hand is up. Marilyn, you want to ask a question quickly before I go?
Yes. I was going to answer Rihanna that the difference between the Earth's rotation and revolution is that Rotation is when an object spins, and revolution is when an object moves around another object. That's the difference.
Okay, thank you. But we shall also do it in the room, I mean in the course. Chigundu, I see your hand up. I want to go and work on those who are unable to access. So let me answer the question before I go. Chigundu. Hello? Could you unmute? Could you unmute, please?
Yes, teacher. I wanted to ask Reda's question, but I see that it has already been.
Okay, thank you very much. And the answer is also in the platform. The reason I'm declining to answer the questions immediately, I don't want to kill your experience. You'll enjoy it, I tell you. So let's take a minute and then watch the video briefly. Then I come back and we'll move together. I'll also beam the next one just in case. Okay, thank you. Okay, for those who are not registered, the course is now enabled for you all. I have a minute, then I'll be it for everyone. So Nicholas says, I barely can hear, I can't hear anything. Okay, I think I could be louder. Thank you for the feedback. Nicole, thank you. Are you able to hear now when I speak at this level?
Yes.
Okay. How about there when I speak at that one? Does it work? Or I need to put this here? No. Nicole, give me feedback. Are you still unable to hear?
Teacher, what would be the problem?
For who? For Nicole?
Yes.
Is this Nicole?
No, teacher. I'm just asking.
Yes, I want to find out why Nicole is unable to hear.
Teacher,
Your volume,
Yes.
when you're speaking at the rate, it's kind of low. So I prefer,
If I put it here, this is when you're able to hear.
yeah, that's better.
This is fine. Okay, then I'll hold it here. I'm going to mute you guys to, let me start with this lady here. Please mute so that I don't have to do administrative work. Okay, so please go ahead and answer some questions.
Okay, let me just go to the page and okay.
Yeah. Go
What
to the
is the
page.
shape of the earth? In P3, we learned that the shape of the earth is
A moment.
spherical.
Hello. Just a moment.
Yes,
Could
teacher.
I want to see whether we are able, one, to follow on our own, two, to respond, to give the responses in the platform. So let's try that a bit and see. I read through, then we follow together. So let's
I
give
tried,
it.
but I don't know where we submit these questions.
There is something that, okay, let me share with you here. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, teacher.
Then I go to chapter 5. When I go to chapter 5, I hit this one. I go to the course. I see the first one. I go to next page. That one, I hit it. Then I go to the bottom where it says click here to go to the discussion forum here at the bottom. I hit it. It opens the forum, and then I answer my questions. That's how. Seen it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
I
I'm going
was
to
on
give
the
it.
same page, but I just didn't scroll down.
Oh, you didn't go down. Okay. So let's try it and see. Someone has said some of us have Moodle. Is it the same? Yes, it is the same. If you log into your Moodle, those of you who already have downloaded the Moodle app and have put the Nabisunsa website inside, just navigate to where Senior 1 class is. You'll be able to reach that information. So I see this one. Some of us have Moodle. Yes, if you installed Moodle, log into the platform. Nabisunsa platform uses Moodle, and then you are able to access that information.
Okay, teacher, thank you.
You're welcome. Now, those of you who already have accounts on Nabisunsa platform, just log in using your accounts. If you don't have, for that course, log in as guest. I have allowed guest access. So log in as guest if you don't have an account there. But we are going to, I need you to run through as an individual, but I will know that some people might have challenges, so I'll go through with you slowly. We shall go through together. Teacher, I cannot see the questions. So if you have logged in, if you go to the course itself, again, let me do it again. I'm going to share my screen. I share my screen. I'm going to Nabisunsa, the earth. Go to the course. This is the course. I click. Then I go through. So I watch this video, this first one. Okay. I go to the next page. Next page is here at the bottom. I click it. Then the questions are here. And then the video is here. That's how. Okay. Mr. Namdala, if you're on a different device, kindly try to click pause. The polls which I constructed cannot be launched. It says, because I'm logged in another device, kindly click polls to see if we are able to launch the polls on this course. Okay, we have a minute. Then we'll get back in the room together and do some sharing. Okay, I see one friend has just logged in and is having a poor network. Please help me, my network is poor. What are we doing? We have logged into, okay, let me give you the link. We have logged into this particular area, and having logged in, we are, at this time, we are navigating the course about the earth and its movement. That is chapter number 5. That is where we are. And then we are answering the questions in the platform. Okay, so let me call you back to the class. So let's get back.
The teacher.
Let's get back here. Let's get back. And then we work from this one. Let's get back to this general room from the platform. I hope many people were able to experience. So I know that some people might have had a challenge. So I'm going to show this video quickly here together, and then we begin our discussion together. Okay, so we go to the first one. The reason I let you do it, I wanted to be sure that most of you are able to experience it and you can continue learning on your own. So we are seeing the sun being at the center of the solar system. In this video, you are able to see the planets moving around. This is what you are calling the revolution. The sun is right here in the middle, at the center of the solar system. And then we have the planets revolving, moving around. As the planets revolve, you can see, focus on Earth here. You can see that it is turning, it is spinning. Babiri, I think that one, we can now tell whether it is revolution or rotation. I think some people might say that is the rotation. As they are moving around, we can call that the revolution. This used to be a huge argument. Now, one question I could ask you is, what is the solar system? What constitutes the solar system? So we have seen the sun, we have seen the planets, but are there other elements in the solar system? Those are questions that I would like you to answer as we move forward. Is the Earth the center of the solar system as it used to be claimed? Or there are other elements? Or does it go around another? So this video takes you through that. It is an introductory video that shows you or summarizes the movement. After this video, we are going to watch the next one, which most of you have probably already watched. But because I am not sure that everyone did watch it, we can go to, that's why I had to go through this. Okay. Very good. Now we go to the next one. So in this next one, as you watch it, I need you to reflect on the following questions. You have already reflected on them, but the reason I'm doing this is to be sure, because some people had the network issues. So if you have a network issue, this is your opportunity now. Remember that this material is freely available, and I'll be putting more for you to learn. Okay, so I hit it. Planets of our solar system, all about the moon, the stars, and the constellations. Okay. So reflect on these questions. What is the solar system?
Our solar system. The sun is a huge ball of hot, glowing gases. It is the only star in our solar system. The hottest part of the sun is its center or core. The gases burn and
Excuse me, teacher.
Hello?
I cannot see the video.
You can't see the video?
Teacher, I haven't shared.
I haven't shared the screen.
Wow. Are you serious?
Yes.
Yes.
You guys. Goodness. What? What is this? Goodness me. Ooh, really? Oh my goodness. Okay. Ah, man. Hey. But now, is it shared now?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Goodness me. Okay. So should I go back to the first one? Is there anyone who never managed to see this, to watch the video on his own or her own?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Then let's
Yes.
do it. Okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. People, I'm so sorry about this. Okay, let's do it now. Is everyone able to see now? Let me turn on the.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, teacher.
Okay. So maybe now I can do the explanation more quickly. How about now? Are you able to hear?
Yes, teacher.
Yes,
Great.
teacher.
Yes. So we are seeing the sun is at the center of the solar system. We see the planets moving around the sun. Each planet is following a particular path. That path is called the orbit. The movement of those objects, the planets around the sun, is what we are calling the revolution. As the planets move around the sun, they spin. When it spins, we call that one rotation. Okay. Now we are going to the next one. So I click next. We are going to watch this video, and then we are going to answer the following questions. Let me check the chat room again, just in case. I can't see you, teacher. Oh, you have, it is sorted, okay. Now, Aliyah, you are saying I can't see Do they actually have those strings? Okay, no, they don't have the strings, but that is the path. That was put there to show the path. The path is the orbit. So each one of them follows a path which we call the orbit. Okay, now we are going to the next one. We are going to the next one right here.
Our solar system. The sun is a huge ball of hot, glowing gases. It is the only star in our solar system. The hottest part of the sun is its center of.
I note here that the sun is the only star in the solar system. We have billions and billions of stars. But when we talk of the solar system, we are looking at things around the sun. So that's why you're saying it is the only star. Now we proceed to talk about what it constitutes and where the heat comes from.
Or core. The gases burn and boil all the time. The light from the gases is so bright that if we look directly at the sun, we will hurt our eyes. Since ancient times, people have been using the sun to locate places and to find their way back if they get lost. The rays of the sun provide the energy for every living thing on earth. Plants use the energy from the sun to prepare food for themselves. In the process of making food, they release oxygen, which animals and we breathe. Man uses the energy from sun, that is, solar energy, to run various appliances. The word solar is derived from the Latin word sol, which means sun. Solar energy refers to anything that uses or operates with the sun's energy.
I'm pausing a bit just to alert you. We are having feedback. Kindly mute yourselves. I don't want to mute you because in between you might want to ask a very urgent question. So mute. Agatha, kindly mute. Okay, muted. Thank you. Let's proceed.
Solar energy refers to anything that uses or operates with the sun's energy.
Planets. Planets are heavenly bodies that revolve around a star. For example, Sun in their own particular path called the orbit. The orbit is elliptical or oval in shape. They do not have light of their own. We see them shining because they reflect the light of the star around which they revolve.
Because they are all at different distances from the sun. Each one takes a different length of time to revolve once. There are 8 planets in our solar system, namely Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. They vary greatly in size. Mercury is the smallest and Jupiter is the largest. Earth is the only planet in our solar system that has life. Next is the Moon and the satellites. The Moon is our Earth's partner in space. It orbits the Earth. The surface of the Moon has many deep poles called craters. There are rocky mountains and flat areas also. We can see it brightly in the night sky because it reflects the light of the sun. It does not produce light of its own. During the day, the sun's light is far too bright, so the moon in the sky is not visible. And even if we can see it, it is not as bright as it is during the night. The moon is Earth's satellite. A satellite is a body that orbits around a planet. The word comes from a Latin word which means attendant. There are many natural satellites in the solar system. Scientists call them moon. As of now, among the inner planets, Mercury and Venus have no moons. Earth has 1 and Mars has 2. Among the outer planets, Jupiter has 50, Saturn has 53, Uranus has 27, and Neptune has 13. Thus, making a total of 146 moons.
Man's conquest of space began on 4th October 1957 when USSR launched Sputnik 1, the first artificial satellite to circle the Earth.
I pause a bit here to do a quick recap. We have seen so far the major elements of the solar system, and I'll ask you shortly to list them. We started with the sun. Now the question is, what are the other elements of the solar system? We are also interested in finding out what is the place of the Earth in the solar system. We also would like to know, why is the Earth unique in the solar system? I hope that one we have picked. And what is the role of the sun in the solar system? I'm rewinding one for just a minute before, and then we proceed.
Man's conquest of space began on 4th October 1957 when USSR launched Sputnik 1, the first artificial satellite to circle the Earth. It was about the size of a large beach ball. In November 1957, Sputnik 2 had a real live companion, the dog Laika.
Artificial satellites are important for scientific research. Both natural and artificial satellites move around their parent planets in oval paths. The gravitational pull of the planets keep their satellites in orbit.
Phases of the moon. The moon is a non-luminous heavenly body. We can see it only.
I pause a bit here because of a statement that has been made when he said the moon is a non-luminous heavenly body. Non-luminous. Those of you who have nice English, you can hit the chat room and tell me what non-luminous means, but we shall discuss that as we move along. So let's continue.
Is a non-luminous heavenly body. We can see it only because the sun's light illuminates it. The moon revolves round the earth, which in turn revolves round the sun. As a result, the moon at times comes between the earth and the sun, while at other times, the earth comes between the sun and the moon. This change in position of the moon between the sun and the earth creates the phases of the moon.
The phases are named depending on the appearance of the moon. That is, whether its size is increasing or decreasing each day. The phases are named as new moon, waxing crescent, first quarter or half moon, waxing gibbous, full moon, waning gibbous, third quarter or half moon, waning crescent, which is the last phase, after which comes the next new moon.
Stars. A star is an unimaginably large sphere, like a ball.
Here we talked about the phases of the moon. You'll have a chance to watch the video again, but we just wanted to make a quick remark that the moon itself revolves around the earth. So the earth revolves around the sun. It has a moon, which moon also revolves around the earth. How does that affect life on earth?
Of hot burning gases that gives out heat and light. Our sun is a star. Some stars in the universe are much bigger than the sun. They appear as very small points of light in the sky because they are very far from the earth.
Stars vary in size, brightness, and color. The hotter the star gets, its color changes. The coolest stars are red. As the temperature increases, they appear yellow, then white, and the hottest stars are blue. Lastly, constellations. A constellation is a group of stars that seem to form a pattern or shape in the sky. On a clear night, we can see constellations. Ancient people had named these constellations after animals and mythological characters. There are 88 known constellations in the sky. Some common ones are the Big Dipper, Leo, the Great Bear, Orion, Cygnus, and Hercules. Wasn't it interesting to know all about our solar system?
Okay. So we're going to engage in a quick discussion, but also be informed that the answers to those discussions can be found by going to the subsequent sections of this discussion. I mean this course. So you'll find the answers there later, but for now I want to hear from you. So I'm going to open the chat room so that we can talk a bit about these questions. I'm going to stop sharing and then hear from you what you think and what you have learned from this one. So, question number 1. I'm going to go question by question so that we can follow through. What is the shape of the earth? That one we haven't done yet. It is in the next video. What is the solar system? The chat room is open, but also I can take people's submissions at this time. Let's answer these questions. What constitutes the solar system? Why is the earth unique? And what is the role of the sun in the solar system? Let's answer those at this time. So put up your hands if you'd like to be nominated to answer. Let me start with Marilyn. Marilyn, what
Yes,
is proceed. Should I beam the questions for you?
Yes.
Okay. We share them questions. Okay.
Okay.
There we are. The next video should tell you about the shape, but so you can skip this one. Then let's pick the subsequent questions.
I think I can still try the shape of the earth. I think.
No problem. You had gone to that level or you already knew it?
Oh, I had already learned it in primary.
Okay, great. Let's move on. So
the shape of the earth is spherical.
Okay.
And the solar system is a group of planets which orbit the sun. What is made up of the solar system are 8 planets and 1 sun. Why the sun is unique in the solar system is because it's the only planet with life. And what the role of the sun is in the solar system, I think, according to me, I have 2 answers. I'm not so sure. It's either for the planets to orbit it, or it is the one which changes the season and causes day and night when the planets revolve around it. Those are my answers.
Thank you. So let's go one by one. We said that the earth is spherical. I am not going to argue with you about this one. I am only going to refer you and everyone else to the next video on page 3. So you'll watch the next video. You also read the text on the next video for us to determine whether we can define it as spherical or otherwise. So that will be the next one, but we cannot do it today because I see that we have only 10 minutes. Okay, but thank you very much for your submission. The next one, what is the shape of the earth? Okay, that one you've done. Then you said, what is the solar system? I heard you say that the solar system is a group of planets that orbit the solar system. I mean the sun. I want to learn from others for that question. What is the solar system? Hands up for... I want to pick whose hand is up. I have picked Chigundu. Chigundu, kindly go on.
The solar system is the gravitationally bound.
The solar system
of the
is?
sun and the objects that orbit it.
Please,
the solar system
I didn't hear you well.
The solar system. Okay, let me repeat. The solar system is the gravitationally bound system of the sun and the objects orbit it.
I heard you say the sun and the objects that orbit around it. Okay. Do we have another person who differs? So it is not just the planets, but it is the sun.
I repeat the question how I.
Okay. We said, what is the solar system? Chigun. Yes.
Teacher.
Let's give Chigundu a chance. Chigundu, continue.
The solar system is a gravitationally bound system of the sun and the objects that orbit it.
Excellent.
Either
directly or
Excuse me,
indirectly.
teacher.
Great. Yes.
Excuse me, teacher. I lost
Go on.
connection and I don't understand. And I now don't understand. I lost connection and now I don't understand.
Where we are. Okay, let me give a quick recap.
Thank you.
Those who lost connection, let me give a quick recap.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay, before other people come in, let me first give a recap.
Thank you.
This is what we've been doing. We have introduced the chapter on the earth and its movement. We went through materials that we have constructed. The materials have been taken directly from the learner's book and enriched with questions and videos. Now, we watched one video or two videos. Having done that, we are now having a discussion where the students are submitting the answers and I am commenting. Some of the answers are already on page 2, but we have not had time to go up to page 2. So we are at the level we are now discussing, reflecting on what we have seen. Some people would like to have notes typed for them. I'm also embedding notes that you can summarize, just in case you are not able to follow this. So we have a summary of notes, which you'll be able to access. But I don't want to give the notes at this time because I want you to learn as we talked about yesterday. I hope that is a recap enough that brings you on board. Okay. Someone says, I did not see the video. Okay. One is that we have recorded this lesson with the video. So you'll be able to access the video lesson at a later stage. So we shall upload this lesson today, then you can be able to watch the video. Okay. Next question. What constitutes the solar system? I see hands raised. I am going to pick Joeria. Joeria, what constitutes the solar system?
Morning, teacher.
Good morning, Joeria.
I would first like to add on Marilyn's submission. Marilyn, if I'm talking about the planets, it's wrong. I think it's wrong for you to say 8, because there are also minor planets, and it's, I think it's wrong for her to say 8 planets. So this is what, according to my research, the solar system consists of stars, the sun, planets, moons, asteroids, comets, and meteoroids.
So you're naming the other objects that we find in the solar system, that it is not only planets. And then you're raising an argument. Are they only 8 planets in the solar system?
Yes. Yes, teacher.
And Great. And what, for you, how many
Teacher, there are
planets
not
do you
only
think
8.
there are in the solar system?
Teacher, there are not only 8.
Like, teacher, I cannot just the planet. So I think it's wrong for her to say only just 8 planets. I think it's better if she says planets only.
Okay. I think here, let me come in. We used to say there were 9. Now we say there are 8. In the solar system, not in the universe, people will need to distinguish between the universe and the solar system. For the planets of the solar system, we are talking about planets that orbit the sun. It is true, there are billions of planets. There are billions of them in the solar system. But around the sun, we have 8. I think that is the clarification that we need to make.
Teacher.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Excuse me, teacher. Teacher. Excuse me, teacher.
Around the sun. Someone said gravitationally balanced. Gravitationally balanced. Next question. As we wind up, what is the role?
Excuse me, teacher.
Why is the Earth unique in the solar system? We are going to pick why is the Earth unique? What did you find that is unique about the solar system? I want someone who hasn't answered yet. Do I have one who hasn't answered yet? Who has not yet answered today? Okay, Maysoon.
The Earth, yes, teacher.
Yep.
Thank you, teacher. Good morning, teacher.
Good morning to you. How are you?
Why the Earth is different from? Fine, thank you. Why the Earth is unique in the solar system? It's because it's the only planet that has life.
It is the only planet that has life. So it is in that region where life can survive as we know it today. As we know it today, the way we understand it today, it is the only one with life. Do we have other people who have different answer to that one as far as the role
teacher.
Of, what is it?
Yes, teacher.
I'm not sure if this one is correct, but I noticed that the Earth is the only one with one moon, while the others have 2 or more.
Yes, teacher, and yet others don't have.
And yet others don't have, yeah.
Okay, so the Earth has one moon, and then others did not have.
Teacher, another thing. I think it's wrong for that it is the only planet known to have life. Like scientists are trying to discover other planets.
It's what we know for now.
For now.
For now.
Yeah, for now, but let's not say the only planet. You know?
Okay. I'm going to mute you a bit, people. I'm going to mute you just a bit so that we can get, yeah, okay, you are back. There is no need to mute. What we are saying is, it is the only planet that has life. As we know it today, as we know life today, because you never know, there might be other planets that have life and we don't know much about. We don't know about the kind of life there is on those planets. So as we know what life is today, it is probably the only planet that has life. I see a number of other hands. I see Hannah. Hannah, kindly go on. Hannah.
Good morning, teacher.
Good morning to you.
Yes, teacher, I was also raising that argument of the life as we know it today. Because even the other scientists are still not confirming life on other planets. That's all.
Okay. They are not confirming life on other planets yet.
Yes.
Excuse
it has not
me,
yet been confirmed.
I think that it's correct for us to say it is the only planet with life as we know for now. There is no
Yes,
further
teacher.
information concerning that there are other planets with life. As we know it right now, at this moment, there is life on this planet only. But if scientists come up with other ways of knowing that there is life on Mars or Jupiter, fine, we'll say later on that maybe Earth is the only planet with one moon. That will be the only unique feature about it. I think so.
Yes, we are in the
Teacher,
present.
we
We
can say
cannot
that it's the only confirmed planet with Earth now.
But
With life.
recently, as I was on Google, but recently, as I was on Google,
that.
Okay. I have muted you because we were not able to communicate with each other effectively. Now, I want to ask Hannah. Hannah, continue.
No, teacher, that was all that I was saying.
Okay, thank you. I see another hand up, and Amira. Amira? Amira, what is the role of the sun in the solar system? What is the role of the sun in the solar system? Amira. I'm lowering the hand so that I can have hands that want to answer this particular question. So if your hand is up, it means you want to answer this question. Let me go to Nuriat. Nuriat, what is the role of the sun in the solar system, according to you?
The sun provides heat and light to other planets.
And why is that important?
Like the heat is used by some plants to make food.
So that is point
like
number
the
one.
light, yeah, and the light is used for seeing.
Okay. So one, we are saying it provides heat and light, which is used by plants to make food that sustains life on planet Earth. That is point number one. Do we have another person who would like to answer, to have a go at that one? Thank you, Nuriat. Let me go to, put up your hand. I see Ruth. Ruth, what is the role of the sun? Ruth. Okay, Ruth has not answered. Karunji, where is Karunji? Okay. Ruth, I've sent you a text.
Teacher, I think it's also responsible for days and nights and seasons.
Great. It is responsible for days and nights and seasons. Okay. Another one. I see another hand up. Gloria.
Teacher, I think to illuminate other planets with light.
Pardon? Gloria, what did you say? Gloria?
Teacher, I think the role of the sun is to illuminate other planets with light.
To illuminate planets with the light. So it provides light to different planets. And the energy from the sun contributes 99.999% of the entire energy. So even the coal and oil we are using today is energy from the sun. It is stored energy. So I could ask you a question. What would happen to the planet Earth if there was no sun? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I have left you with the link to the platform. You now know how to navigate. I'll be reading through your responses throughout the week. I'll go in the platform, in the forum area, and I'll be answering questions. Please share your responses throughout the week. Go through the course. Next week, I hope you'll have gone through, and then we'll have a very productive discussion. I'll add some reading materials, but please go through, and then we have a productive discussion. It is 10:32. It is 1 minute past the time for, so technically speaking, if there is a particular issue that should never be left untackled, unmute yourself and let me know what it is. Otherwise,
Yes,
if
teacher.
there is no...
Excuse me, teacher. Even people who are not from Nabisosa got emails to log into the school platform.
No. I have just made an exception and made it open for now.
Teacher,
okay, thank
you.
It is only one course. Only one course where they can log.
Earth is also unique for its oxygen-rich atmosphere. That's one of the reasons why the Earth is unique from other planets. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so the Earth has oxygen and others don't have oxygen. Okay.
Teacher.
Yes.
You mean now we've ended joining for only today? Why are those people over asking that those people who are not from Nabisosa are ending joining today? Why? Like it means we are joining for only today. Are we joining for only today? Because you're saying that are we joining for only today? Because you're saying that you've given us just only today.
No, chance to log into the
Okay, I get you. I get your concern. Now, we are for that platform. There is a section which we have opened up for everyone. There is a section which is closed. We are still working on the open section where we shall put work that anyone can access. We have not completed the open section for senior one. That is why for today, we opened for you to access the ordinarily closed section. You get me? But there is a section that is completely open. Do you get me?
Thank you, teacher. Yes, thank you, teacher.
Because you noticed at the beginning of the lesson, it was completely closed. You wouldn't be able to access it.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes.
Excuse me. I wanted to ask about the sun and the stars in the solar system.
Yes.
In one video I saw they were like the sun is the only star in the solar system, but then it was also known that also stars were also in the solar system.
Okay, great. So the solar system constitutes the Earth and the objects that orbit around it. The sun and the objects around it. That one we call the solar system. But the sun is part of the universe. It is one of so many stars. So we were seeing, when we saw the other stars, that was the universe. And then they said that you have clusters of stars, which are called constellations. So the sun is one of the stars in the universe. It is one star in the universe, but the sun itself has objects around it. The sun and the objects around it form what we call the solar system. I hope that is clear now.
Yes, teacher. Then I have another question. We say that the definition for the solar system is the gravitationally bound system of the sun and the objects that orbit either directly or indirectly. But then if it's gravity, how does gravity bound the system together?
Okay, let's do this. I have written that question.
Put them together.
If you also put the question in the platform, we shall be able to answer it as we go forward. So have a good day. Enjoy yourselves. Bye.
Thank you for the lesson.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.